Hello friends, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be reviewing sort of like a first impression, get ready with me combination of all sorts of the CYO foundation. This one is a product that is sold at Walgreens. It comes in 15 shades. It is made in France. It is a cruelty-free brand, but they're not 100% vegan. I will be trying out the foundation, also their illuminating primer. They have two shades. One is sort of like almost like a white one, and this one has sort of like a bronzing tone to it. We're going to be trying a contour kit. We're also going to be trying some of their blushes, as well as some lip products and a brow product. So I couldn't find, you know, full face. I couldn't find every single item. And so I figured I would just, you know, replace whatever is not, whatever I have in my collection that's not CYO, I will just replace it with that. But the star of the show is the foundation. This foundation I first heard about from that Taylor. She does Foundation Fridays. She's been doing it for a long time, and she's pretty much reviewed every single foundation that's out there, and this is her favorite. And interestingly enough, this is like one of the most affordable. I'm talking like Wet n Wild elf type affordable. So I will list all of the prices down below in the description box, and let's just get started. So grab your coffee, grab your Jewel, and let's get to it. Okay, so we're gonna first start. Actually, I need to moisturize, so I'll be right back. Okay, now that we are moisturized, I'm gonna go ahead and prime. I'm going to use this Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. It's a really affordable primer, just like everything from the Ordinary is. I've used this only a couple times before. I don't know that it's very pore filling. It certainly feels very silicone-y. So I like the feel of it. Goes on nice and smooth. But I do have other primers in my collection that I find are more visibly, you know, pore filling. Okay, and I'm just kind of being extra because I am going to be going in with the CYO, like I mentioned before, the Illuminating mixing cream. So this is, sorry, there it is. So it's a primer, but it's gonna add some glow to the skin. So I'm just gonna put, we'll start off with just one pump. And just kind of put this all over. Oops, a little chunky there. Just work this into the skin evenly. And I don't know if you can tell, but it definitely added some luminosity. Okay, so for the foundation, I have two shades. You know, like I mentioned, there's only 50 shades, so it's very limited. And not only that, but the undertones all pull gray. So they don't have a good selection. So color matching this has been kind of challenging. So I have two here. I have number 110 and 112, I believe. Yeah, so I have 110 and 112, and they both pull just as gray. So I'm gonna try the lighter one. I'm gonna start off by trying the lighter one. So I'm just gonna put a pump. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna mix the two. I'm gonna do one pump of each and hope that this will make it a little closer. So I just kind of mix it in the back of my hand. I just kind of use back of any brush. Let's see. Well, I think it's as close as we're gonna get. All right, I'm just being very messy. It doesn't matter because we're gonna go on with a sponge. Pull my hair back, so I'm just gonna go in with my L'Oreal beauty sponge. I'm just gonna press this in. Ignore my gray hairs there. I have this patch that gets gray almost immediately after I color my hair. It's so annoying. So it's looking a little dark. I don't know if it looks that dark on camera. I'm just gonna take the remainder, and as always, I wanna bring this down my neck. It blends very, very easily. It's, I would consider this a hydrating formula, but not overly hydrating where, you know, you're just like one shiny mess. This is perfect. It's just like a satin, a nice satin, comfortable formula. And the coverage is, I would say medium, but totally buildable. I normally like to stay on the light side, so I'm not gonna build it up anymore. I like it when my natural skin peeks through, like I have, like I mentioned before, these little marks here, sun marks. So I like it kind of when it shows through. So we're gonna leave it just like that. Then since I don't have a concealer from them, I'm just gonna use my regular. I'm gonna use my Urban Decay Naked Skin. This is the Corrector, and then First Aid Beauty Bendy Avocado Concealer. So this is the combo that I use pretty much on a day-to-day basis. So if I first go in with the Corrector, like so, and then work this in with my ring finger. And I find that this works so well to just get rid of that shadow that I get, especially in the inner corner there. So that's why I only focus it in that area. I don't really bring it out because this is like a salmon color, and with my olive skin, if I put too much, then it can just come through as kind of like a white cast, and we don't want that. So once that's in, I'll go in with my concealer, and I'll list all of the products that I'm using down below with prices and everything in case you're curious. And with concealer as well, try to use as little as possible. For mature skin, less is more. If I could get a dime for every time I say that. But that is, you know, what I have found to be true. What looks the best for us mature gals and guys. So just blend that in. So I don't have a loose setting powder from them, so I'm just gonna use my usual Mercier. I never pronounced that right. Translucent powder just to set the under eyes. I just dip my sponge in. I have to normally bake, as much as I don't like to have to do this because I have, you know, normal to dry skin. I find that this is the only way that I can keep my mascara and eyeliner from transferring. I wish there was another way, but, and whatever's left on the sponge, I just bring into the nasolabial folds. There we go. Smile lines. So you know what I forgot to do? I normally will go in with a lighter concealer and just apply it here and in the corners of the nose, because I have this deep crease there. In applying a light concealer, you know, that helps kind of bring that forward, and so make the smile lines less pronounced. But I forgot to do it today. That's fine. We're just gonna move forward. And then to set the whole face, even though this feels perfectly fine, I don't feel like you know, you need to set it if you're, you know, not one of those people that that likes powder. I like to set it so that the products that I will be using on top of this, the bronzer, blush, you know, highlighter, and all those other things will just kind of apply easier. So I'm just using the Too Faced Peach Blur powder, and this is, it looks peach, but it's more like a translucent. So I just kind of go over everywhere and set the face. And like everything else, I carry it down as well. So I'll leave the powder there for now. I'll let it sit for a little bit while I apply the, you know, the rest of my eye makeup. So the next thing on here is this brow. It's called Triple Date Brow 3-in-1. So the idea with this is it has 3 components. One is a pencil, the other is a gel, and then the third part is a small concealer. Here, let me just show you. So here's like the gel part, and it has a bit of a tint to it. And then you open the middle part, and here's your concealer that you can use to clean up under your brows and over. Oh, that's a little messy. And then the third part is the pencil part. Oh, there it is. So it's like a brow definer. So we're gonna go ahead and start probably with the spoolie first to comb through the brows. It's nice and wet, so it definitely has a lot of product in there. So we'll start by placing them, combing through, making sure they're where I want them to be. Close that off, and then move on to the pencil part, and then kind of just fill this in. I'll probably speed through this so that we can move forward to the other steps. We don't have an eyeshadow from them. What I'll use today, which I just got recently, is this Natasha Denona, the mini sample of the Sunset palette. So we're just gonna do something very simple, just something maybe monochromatic and quick. So I'm gonna take this color here, this like mauve color right here. It's a nice shimmer. We're just gonna use this one. We're just gonna keep it very simple. And then we're gonna take and try to blend the edges. And for that, let me just make sure this brush is clean. And I think I'm gonna take this color here to blend the edges, this little corner one here. And just kind of go on the crease, but not too low, just barely touching the edge of that shimmer shadow that we put down. And it's just so we can get rid of any harsh lines. Same thing here. Okay, very simple. So put that aside and we'll get back and finish the bottom later. Let's move on to the complexion, and we're gonna try this contour kit, and this is in the medium shade, and this is what it looks like. So I'm going to take this color here, the contour shade, and just contour the face a little bit, not too much. This is very pigmented. Yeah, this is like a perfect shade to create that that nice shadow. I'm probably not going to I'm actually going to try to use that other one after we've put down other products. I'll try to put it at the top of my cheekbones. I'm just going to apply a regular bronzer on top of that to warm up the skin, because that was a very cool tone color. The Butter Bronzer Physicians Formula, and go, and this has a bit of a sheen to it, and it definitely will bring some warmth back into the skin. I love the smell of this. Same thing, we just bring it. Oops, sorry. Okay, we can go ahead and remove the powder from under the eyes. I just take a really soft brush. And we can move on to blush. I'm going to use this one from Note. It's the Desert Rose. I think we got this in one of the subscription boxes. It's like a nice peachy, pink peachy tone. I really like it. It's very pigmented. You have to be really careful with this one. So right over that bronzer. We can go back now and finish the eyes. So I'll just take that light color that we used to blend in the crease. We'll just put that one down first. For the lower lash line, we're just going to use this light brown right here. Okay, this is looking a little bit dry, but nothing I can't fix, you know. So we're gonna move on to the liner. As always, my Urban Decay 24/7. This is in the color Rockstar. And I always apply it in the waterline on the upper part first. And then before I apply the highlighter, I like to use the setting spray first. And because we're looking a little bit dry around the eye area, I like to use the Morphe, the continuous setting spray. because the mist is so fine that it will, you know, make sure it gets into the eye. So just cover my... I love the way that feels. I love the way it smells. It is probably my favorite setting spray. I think the only thing that I really, really love from Morphe is that I've tried their eyeshadows, I've tried their brushes, and I'm not impressed by any of it. But the setting spray, whole of the ball game. Okay, so I'm just gonna curl my lashes and then put on some mascara. As usual, I'm gonna be using the Essence Lash Princess. I love this one, not just because it's affordable, but the applicator, and I've said this before, the applicator being curved really, really makes application so easy, and it really does curl and voluminizes the lashes. And for the bottom lashes, I've been using this one from Il Makiage. It's like a tube mascara, and I like this for the lower lashes because this one is not very lengthening and it's not very voluminizing. So I find that that works best for the lashes down here. Okay, and for highlighter, I thought I would try the other part from this contour kit. Let me see. I don't think this is, no, this is more of a powder. Okay, so that's more of a powder. We're just gonna try this one that I picked up recently from Juvia's place. This one is called, not sure, but it's like their golden one. This is what it looks like. Here, I'll put a swatch in here. Super nice and golden. Beautiful. For medium to deep skin tone, this one is beautiful. I can easily get carried away with this if I'm not careful. Do you see that? Okay, maybe a little bit too much on the nose. I have something stuck there. Okay, and then lastly, we have two lip products. This one is the lip liner, and in the shade Line 'em Up. Wait, yes, this is in the shade Line 'em Up. It's like a nude, I don't know, like a pinky nude. I am so bad at describing colors, guys. A lot of times I think of the words in Spanish, because Spanish is my first language, obviously. And so a lot of times, I don't know, I just kind of struggle with that sometimes, describing things. So my camera stopped. I don't know why, but I'm not sure how much you guys missed, but I was just applying the lip liner in a color Line 'em Up. And I was asking if any of you have any experience with the CYO makeup line. Have you tried the foundation? Have you tried any other products? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Please let me know in the comments down below. I'd be interested to know. So far, I haven't heard, oops, So far I haven't heard much about it other than that Taylor, like I mentioned, who's, you know, raves about this foundation, and she chooses this over like high-end foundations, which is mind-blowing. And then aside from that Taylor, Jessica Braun also did a review on it, and she really liked it as well. But I think for them, because they have really, really light skin, for them matching it was not a problem. And I think that plays a big part in whether or not you fall in love with the foundation, is if you're able to find your perfect match, then, you know, right there, pretty much that gets, you know, at the top, goes to the top of the list. And then this other product is their Too Clever by Half. It's like a dual-ended, so it has like a liner on one end, and then you pull up the other side, it's lipstick. So I'll just, this is kind of light for me, but I'll just go over it just to test it out. Oh, this one's going on a lot more smoother than that other pencil. This I like more. That completes this video, guys. So just a quick rundown on my thoughts on these products. I really, really like the foundation. I can understand why that Taylor loves it so much. It goes on super easy, it blends easily. It has sort of like a satin finish. It's not drying, it's not overly hydrating, it's just right. It goes on very comfortable, it's not heavy, it's not cakey. So I just wish that there were more colors I just wish that there were more colors and more undertones available. But if you are able to find your match, I think you would, sorry, my hair keeps getting in my mouth. I think you would absolutely love it. I had the Illuminating primer, and I think I forgot to apply it in today's video, but I had tried it once before and I really, really liked it. It gives you a nice glow, and if I did put it on, I'm sorry, I apologize if I did, but it gives you a nice glow underneath the foundation. It doesn't give you like that Tin Man effect. It just gives you enough sheen to kind of get that glow from within. Lip products, I didn't like this pencil. It was too drying. I did, however, like this one, the 2-in-1 with the liner on one side and the lipstick in the other. This one went on really nice and smooth, and it's creamy. It feels comfortable on the lips. So I really did like this. The Contour Kit, I did enjoy using this color. I did enjoy using the contour side. Unfortunately, this color here, didn't really get to use it. I thought I might be able to use it as a highlighter, but it's not. So next time I'll probably try to use it maybe as a, you know, under the eyes to set my concealer. So I will play with that some more. What else did I use? So this one, the two blushes that I got, which I completely forgot to put on. I apologize, I forgot I had them. I don't know, I'm all over the place, guys. Sorry, just bear with me. It'll get better. You know, just give me 10 years. Anyway, the light one, the light corally one that has a sheen to it, is called Tell It Straight, and it's this one that I just applied a little bit as a highlighter. And then this one, this burgundy one, is called Strong Words, and this one is matte, and it's beautiful. That's that. Now we're finally done. Thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you go and have a beautiful rest of your day wherever you are. Please consider subscribing if you haven't, and I will see you on my next video.